All right. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, it is a special race today. My name is Mike Meleskie. I am your streamer today. And very special race. Look at that graphic that Krister put together for us, eh? Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to have to turn my microphone off over here. Yeah, there we go. And look at that great graphic. I have a suspicion that he didn't produce that himself. There may have been some AI involved, but I love it. Love it. So today, replay race, yeah? Replay race. It's a practice week for Suzuka for eSeniors GT3 World Championships. Today is a special race. GT3 and GT4 in the grid. Not only that, we have got courtesy of Mr. Chris Bourne, CBO, from CBO. He is unilaterally, let me say it that way, his benevolent dictatorship put together a ballast schedule for us in the races, or that showed up for the race. Very successfully, I might say. And secondly, very interesting, he decided to try and do a safety car simulation with mixed results, as you will see, I should say. I saw a couple of people early on in the watching, and they disappeared, but say hello in the chat. And if you like, go on Discord in the main chat channel, and we may be able to get you in on voice stream. That'd be fun for a change. Okay, let's get right to it. Again, safety race. Let's remember to talk about our great sponsor, ReferTech, right there. Refer to them. It's called refertech.io is the website. Refer your business for communication needs and other consulting to them, and the referral will make you some money. Real money, not fake simulation money. Real money. So remember, we are eSeniors. We are a group of 50-year-old plus 50-year-old plus sim racers. Some of us are way over that 50 mark. Well, let's get right to it here. There is our podium, not podium, but our tower, timing tower. So you will notice right away we have got some interesting names at the front, at the top. But look on the tower, and that little triangle on the bottom of the car number indicates that they are GT4 cars. Yes, GT4 cars. So that being said, let's get right to it. Again, we had some ballast, and geez, let me see if I could. No, I can't find it. I could find it. I could do the quali tower, but I won't today. Excuse me. But you'll notice some interesting. They're very tightly connected, very tightly grouped. Especially the GT3 cars. We had some plus 40s and some minus 40 kilogram ballast there. So let's just go through the tower again. Hugo Caballero, look at that, on the pole position. Look, nice job, 444. Let me get my buttons going here. Next is, let me get my mouse in the right place. Next is Terry Throwbridge, one of the oldest drivers, but here he is in second position, followed by Stephen Howells in two McLarens and a Bentley. Let's go back to that Bentley. Look at that, a Bentley. Beautiful. He hasn't been in that Bentley for a while, he says, but it's nice to see it on the grid. That's Stephen Howells. That looks like a custom livery. No, I don't think it is. Craig Holmes in the familiar Thunderbird Audi. Brian Banks in the familiar 911. A new player today, a new driver today in a Lexus, Mr. Larry Thomas. Welcome, Larry. Had some fun, and he had lots of questions, but he did good today. 7-Up special. That's yours truly, Mr. Mike Meleskie. And in a familiar position behind me, sometimes behind me, sometimes ahead, Mr. Frank Silk from France. Aaron Shannon, I don't think he qualified. That's who I was back there. Diego Casio is our first GT4 card. He is in the big bad Merc. Look at that. That's a nice Mercury livery. GT4 car. Ah, there he is, Derek Bird. It has got a nice livery for that GT3. Or that's Porsche, I should say. I forget what Porsche they're running in GT4. Andrew Ambro in the Aston Martin. Merce in a BMW, the Castrol BMW. Laszlo Nemeth in a familiar McLaren, but not the right one. It's a GT4. Peter Nielsen in Aston Martin. Joe Bukavik in another Porsche. Joaquim Rodriguez, I believe he's in a GT3 and he did not qualify. So I guess Aaron did qualify because he's up there in the lead. So I think the times work no matter what no matter what type of class you're in. Oh, we got 5 people watching. Let's see who that is. Hello, 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 FFS. And Jose, yeah, join me if you try to join me in the Discord channel. You can jump in and be on the stream, possibly. I can't remember if I can get that to work, but yeah, if you go on, let me see if anybody's actually in there. I'm in the main chat. Just let me find that while I'm going through this. Well, I got distracted for a second, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the main chat room. All right, so that's that. Next is, last but not least, Mr. Chris Bourne. Where is he? There he is. Oh, Chris Bourne, he is in, that's the pace car. That's the pace car. So that's the pace car, and it is a GT4 pace car. All right, so let's get right to it. Let's find the start of the race here. We must be lined up at this point. There we are. Let me get a better, stop that for a second and get a better view. There we go. Of the start. Geez, I must be just very close to the start now. So let's see here. We got Throwbridge. Ooh, where are we here? Where is Throwbridge? Disappeared in that Bentley. Where did he go? Oh, there he is up front. He's a little bit ahead. All right. He's behind the tower there, I guess. All right, there we go. Getting ready for the start. And nope, that's not the start finish line. It's coming up. Let's get, there we go. Let's get this view. There's a start finish line. We're going green. And there we go. Green. Look at that. Howells is trying to sneak in there. Again, this is a ballasted race. Ooh, look at that. That 97 at Trowbridge is trying to hang on, but it's not working. There goes the Bentley. A little push, a little bump. We're going to stick with the leaders here, and we'll go back again. Let's go back and see what Terry is up to there. He's not going to make it. That Audi's coming up too. Let's just stick with these guys for a little bit. And it looks like Caballero is going to stick on. Ooh, that's a little bit of a foreshadowing there. Caballero doesn't last the whole race. All right, let's go back here and find the start again and go a little bit further back. Maybe we'll find the GT4 guys for fun. And let's get back to the beginning, to the start finish line. That's a little bit, there we go. Let's see how Diego is in first place. Let us see what Diego looks like. He is the Bullet. All right. That is this car right here. And next to him is Mr. Bird. Let's see what they're up to. There we go. Oh, who's that behind? That looks like the Bullet car. And Diego did not have a good start. I think we had a crash here, so we're going to see our first, what is that, an Aston Martin there? Is that Ambro? In first place, tough to see. Bird's trying to fight back. Look at that start. Very cool start with the GT4s. And they're hanging in there with the GT3s, it looks like. Who was that ahead? Right there. That's Merche in the lead, I think. I believe that is Merche in the lead with the BMW. That is an interesting start. They all go on the green stuff a little bit. And that is Derek getting passed by Joaquin. Derek had some trouble there for some reason. All right, let's just let's see what happens. He's going to get a safety car at some point because there was some crash somewhere. And he wanted to... Why is Chris... sorry. Let's just keep it going here. It's a little tough in these practice replays to understand what is going on. But here's our leaders right here. We still got Caballero in the lead. Let's just go down the lead line here. Next is Stephen Howells. Next is Terry Throwbridge. All but a second apart. There's Chris Holmes, Brian Banks, and there's Mike Meleskie, Larry Thomas. Get rid of that thing on the bottom here. Shannon, who has a great race. Frank is in not quite last place in the GT4s. There's Merche. And he's getting a little bit of challenged by Rodriguez, who might have a safety car situation right now because... Oh! Rodriguez, just all of a sudden. That looked very weird. This might be where the safety car comes out. What happened there? Whoops, I'm going to go back instead of back car. That was weird. Just a snap of his tire there. Boy, that's a huge snap. This is probably where the safety car comes out. So we're going to get our first look at a safety car. So let's see Caballero. I believe what I heard on the stream that Hugo didn't quite understand what safety car stuff. That's a little bit of a language issue and another little bit of issue with just not understanding how we were going to try this safety car situation. Let's see where Chris Bourne is. Well, he is out there. At first he was staying, see now he's slowing down just to get these guys coming together. We started, those of us who knew were trying not to pass each other. Not everybody contributed to that. So he was going to try and he wasn't starting on the out of the pits. He started out of the pits the first time instead of starting out of the entrance to the pits. But anyway, the first time wasn't that was a little bit wonky maybe. But later on, it turned out to be okay. FSS 4806. Who are you? That's not Peter David, is it? There we go. See now we're not racing very much here. I still think Chris is out there trying to catch us up. I'm going to zip ahead a little bit because we had a safety car for quite a few laps. Probably right here. Where is the safety car? There it is. So see, that is how Hugo passed him. He didn't quite understand what was going on. But there we go. We're in safety car mode. I'll have to get a graphic for a safety car. And somebody suggested in the stream afterwards we could figure out how to do an overlay for in ACC TV to create a safety car in the stream, which would, or in the game, which would be very nice. But I will create a safety car for the replay at some point if we continue with this, because the consensus was it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It got us all bunched up. Let's just see how everybody is bunched up here. Banks. Yeah, we're all bunched up. See that? And let's just see how long the safety car, is in for. Let me find Chris again. There he is. So let's just jump ahead a few seconds at a time. And there goes the safety car off. Those drivers for safety cars, they don't make much money, so don't criticize them too much. Oh, maybe, Caballero said, was that him going off because the safety car is over? The answer was no. The safety car has to go into the pit. All right, we're going to fast forward here through that. There is somebody catching. That's Hugo, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, that was Hugo coming back into the lineup for the safety car, figuring out what was going on. It helped a lot if you were in the chat, because we talked about safety car in the chat. So maybe what we can do is those guys who don't like hearing too much chat in the there he goes, we're racing again. Here we go. We are racing again. Look at that. Howells is trying to get by Hugo on the restart. How about Merche over here? That's Howells will stick with this one. He's right on his tail. We got by him. He got by him. There's Hugo. That was a nice job he did passing him. Let's see if Hugo wants to. I'm going to get a different view here. How about Merche? Good start on his part. He's got Rodriguez next to him. Let's go back here a little bit. It's a bit more. Oh, no, wait a sec. Hugo, or Joaquim is challenging Merche. Not working out. Oh, that's not over yet. Oh, Merche backed off there. And Joaquim got the lead. Let's see if Merche is going to challenge him. But I saw some exciting racing back there. Oh, no. Let's see here. Where's Merche? There we go. How about up front? Howells. Oh, we got Throwbridge in the mix now. Remember, we've all got different ballasts. So this is a good racing, big time. Fun racing. There's myself. Let's go up the ladder here. Chris was battling there on Trowbridge. Is he gonna make a challenge? How about Hugo? I'll have to get the ballast printed out for these kind of races. Hugo's taking another run at him. I think Hugo had like 40 kilograms less. Oh, big crash. Is Hugo gonna hold on to it? He does. Oh, and he lost it. Woo, he lost it on the pretty much now we got Throwbridge. No, Hugo, Caballeros, it was Howells that, who was missing here? Oh, what did I miss? Let me back up a little bit. I got the wrong guys. Who is that next to Howells? Did I get that right in terms of who I was announcing? Let's just watch this again. That's Caballero. I'm on board with Hugo. It looks like the second car. That is Hugo. Boom. And that is Howells for sure. And he stays ahead. It's Howells that goes off. And we're going to get another safety car for sure there. But let's just see. They're still racing to go around to the next spot where the yellow flags are displayed. How about back here? I think the GT4 cars, well, we got Derek Bird and Diego are at it. This ballasting was a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. Let's give Larry Thomas a little bit of love in that Lexus. He lost a place, it looks like, to Frank Sick. Let's just back up and watch that. Oh, there's a little bit of a battle there. There is Frank. I believe is in the Porsche, is he? Yes. And he gets ahead of him, so let's just watch this pass. Our newbie, Larry Thomas. This is where Frank comes along, and yes, he passes him. Oh, I think Larry was a little bit nice to him, and I'm challenging somebody here. We could go back a few seconds because I challenged Banks, I think, a little bit right here. There goes Aaron. Aaron's got Banks. And now I'm going to take a peek myself. Oh, didn't quite have enough. And where are we? Hugo and Trowbridge are still at it. There must have been some damage involved. And I think we're going to get a... Nope, we're not going to get a safety car for that one. Look at the way we are all grouped up there. Isn't that nice to see? Well, one of it is because... One of the reasons, of course, is because... one of it is because of the ballast. The other... Oh, look at this. Holmes is back at it again. Let's go on board with Holmes. Ooh, he's trying to get by Hugo. Everybody's close racing here. Look at this. Everybody's got some close racing going on. Look at that. Look at this. This ballasted fun. Ballasted fun. Nice view from these camera angles. I'm just going to flick it here. Let's take a look what's going on with Merche and... Is that Ambro? Where are we here? I got the camera on Merche. He's in the BMW. Right hand behind him is Ambro. Whoa, this is a pretty good race also. Let's get on board with Ambro. Oh, Merche goes a bit wide. Not everybody's got a lot of time in these GT4 cars. I asked a question during the race if anybody's been driving GT4s, and it sounded like they were. We got Laszlo on board. Ambro, let's just see how he does going through the 150, I believe this is called, degree corner. Now, I got to admit, I'm not sure whether there was some ballasting involved in the GT4s. No more comments on the stream. Who is that FFS? FSSF? Oh, that must be Frank. Sorry, Frank. I'm saying sick, I hope, not sick. You're trying to correct me on the pronunciation of your name. What's going on up here? We're going to go through the crowd here. Oh, looks like I'm challenging Banks again, and I'm getting challenged by Frank. Let's get on board with Frank. I'll say Frank and not Frank. Frank, I think, is the right way to say it in French. As you know, Frank is French. And I'm trying to get by Brian here. Frank and I come together a little bit later on a safety car. Let's see, now the safety car is out. I'm not sure why. So I think we are going to have another safety car. No, he's going in. That's okay. Terry Trowbridge, why is that? Okay. Aaron is having a great race. He is challenging here on Craig Holmes. Whoa, he had to lay up a bit. Whoa, went wide. That's a little close for that corner. Catches up into the hairpin. And back here, I'm trying to get by Brian. Very, very tough. And Brian is challenging Aaron also. But up at the front here. Is that a GT4 car ahead of us? Who is that? Oh, that's Terry. And that big bad Bentley. I'm not used to seeing that Bentley. Everybody in this GT3 category is just all together. What's going on with Ambro and Ponoff? It's maintained a little bit. Next is Diego. That Mercedes GT4 sounds just amazing, doesn't it? Gotta get rid of that thing in the bottom there. Laszlo is keeping up with Bird. Nielsen's way behind, as is Joe. Joe had a little bit of trouble there. Let's go back to the top. Watch these guys. Look at that tight racing. So much fun. We got to keep doing this on these practice races, guys. That is so much fun. And those of you who have been avoiding the practice races, you got to start joining us, because it is a barrel of laughs. Ooh, especially with the safety car stuff. Well, a bit of a consensus at the end that we should keep this going. Looks like Frank got past me. Or did Frank have an issue? He's behind Rodriguez. No, it looks like he got ahead of Rodriguez now. But Thomas got ahead of Frank. Let's just go back and give Larry some love. Let's see here. Larry, oh, he got by the Porsche. That's a GT4 car he got by. Ooh, Rodriguez went off. Let's go back and see that. He got a little bit too hot and heavy here. Let's get on board with him. That is Frank ahead of him. That's 4th position. Oh, just went wide. And then too much speed. But he saves it. He saved it. Nice job, Joaquin. What did I want to see? I want to see somewhere soon. Frank gets ahead of Thomas. So let's just jump ahead here. Who is that up ahead? That is Thomas. Does Thomas have an issue? That's Larry. Let's just watch this for a little bit. Frank really catches up, and look at that shifting, beautiful shifting. He's really catching up with Larry, that's why. Just going to go ahead by a few seconds here. He's still behind him, I think. That Larry ahead? Yeah, that is Larry ahead. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, I'll just get back to regular stuff. So here we go. A GT3 class is very, very close. There's Aaron making his way up the leaderboard. Back behind here, I'm being hassled by Craig Holmes. Had an issue a while ago. Somewhere along the line, he had a problem. Look at this. Let's get on board with Aaron. He is trying to get ahead of Caballero. Throwbridge has been in the lead for quite a while. Look at this racing. This is the best race we've seen in a long time because everybody is bunched up. Suzuka is actually one of my favorite tracks, so I was happy to hop in. I really hadn't practiced much. I just set my tires in the morning. And we are still on the other issue, of course, is North America is on standard time, and I think we got to wait at least another week before Europe goes in. So on board here with, oh, Caballero went a bit wide. That allows Shannon to catch up. Caught up quite close there. Almost hit him in the back. We're going to get another safety car sooner or later. Everybody, look at that. I'm in 5th place there now behind. Still trying to get by Brian. What is happening down here with Ambro? Oh, look how bunched up it is here. We've got a GT4 race going, guys. Look at that. We've got Merche in the BMW, Ambro in the Aston Martin, and Diego Casio in the Merc, and they are just on a rail, these three cars. And there goes Casio. He's trying to get wide. Oh, look at that braking zone. Just bump. Oh, there's a little bump. There's a little bump. No damage done position-wise, but there's probably... Oh, the second bump by Diego. Oh, and that kills Ambro. Ooh, that's not good. Somebody's not used to their braking zones. Ambro's probably going to... Ambro is... got a huge problem. So I think we're going to get a... look at that. He's got a huge floppy bomb, and he cannot hardly do anything. He's going to repair his car, I bet. So we are going to get a safety car here. Let's make sure we see the safety car is not out yet. Where is that? So these guys are still in racing mode. Holmes is really trying to get by me here. Let's see that. He's not able to do it. I'm still trying to get by. Looks like Frank had an issue. He's 3 seconds back, but we're going to get a safety car. And there is the safety car. So let's just get into a mode here where we can see the safety car catch up. There, we were a little bit better off here this time. See, we're all bunched up pretty quickly there. And this is a long safety car. Everybody's going to get bunched up, and we're going to have some fun. I believe this is where Frank and I have an issue. So I'm going to follow us for a little bit while this is going on, because just a little bit of an issue in terms of got a little bit of an accordion thing going on. That is, who is that in that that is Diego. He may not have understood. Well, I don't know what the rules are for classes in terms of safety cars, whether you can pass and get back into your slot. So I just let him go by. But at a certain point, there was some issues here, and I think Sip runs into the. Well, what happened was Sip ran into the back of me. Is this where it happened? Aaron's moving around. I don't know. I guess just letting these guys lap us. Just get through here. I think this is where it happened right here. On board with Frank. We're still anticipating the safety car coming in, I think. And then we did do an announcement. Yeah, Frank was trying to... That's what happens? Nope. Did the safety car go in here? No, everybody went in for pit stop setup. What it was, I think I got hit a little bit before that. Anyway, whatever that is, we'll get on with Chris here and see where he goes into the pits. Everybody decided to pit. He is still out there, and everybody's behind him, I think. Yep. So we still have another lap of safety car. Oop, is that where he went in? No, not yet. This is where he goes in. Now again, we're all mixed up here, so I lost a lot of positioning on that pit stop. There we go. We're racing again. We're racing again. There we are. We're here with Combs and Throwbridge, and let's see if Chris can get Craig. I should say, not Chris. Craig can get by Throwbridge here. Wow, wow, wow. What's going on at the back of the pack? We're going to stick with this one for a little while. They're on a rail with each other. Terry's loving this being in first place, I know. Again, next time I will get the, if I can get the picture of the ballast. If you want to know when you're racing what ballast you're getting, you just go on the timetable graphic while you're racing and or while you're qualifying, and you can see what ballast there is. I'll check later after I finish the stream whether or not the qualification replay shows that ballast. All right, let's just see what's happening back here with, in first place is Mr. Nielsen. And behind him is Rodriguez. Second place would be Laszlo, quite a ways back. Merche's behind him. So this mixed up a lot of the grid, except for me and Frank. That is a familiar sight. Frank and I next to each other. Somebody mentioned it on the grid that we're stuck to each other like glue. We certainly are. I'm trying to pass a GT4 car there, taking advantage of some traffic. Let's see how Frank gets by. That is Merche. Oh, he gets by easy because Merche goes wide. Well, not quite yet. Little distraction. And I'm trying to get by, who's that? Laszlo, which I do pretty quickly. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Frank got by, he got by Merche pretty fast. Let's see how well he does getting by Laszlo. I'm trying to get by Bird. I did a little bit of a dive on him here. And Derek was really nice to me there, I think. And so we both get through traffic pretty easily here. All right. Back to the front. Excuse me. We got a great race going on here between Greg and Terry Throwbridge. This is a 60-minute race, by the way, in case I hadn't mentioned it yet, with a planned, not a plan, but a mandatory pit stop. And look at that tower now. Everybody is in classification order. Laszlo leading, or Derek Bird is leading the crowd here in GT4. Nice job by you guys all together. And Merche is trying to chase down Laszlo, but Diego, who is that behind Merche? Oh, he's passed him already. Let's find out where that happens. Let's back up a little bit. So there is Merche. Laszlo's up ahead. So that took place, I think, because of they got bunched up because of the GT3 cars going through. And let's see how Merche gets by him in that BMW. That is a 2 Series BMW, I think. No, it's a 4 Series. Sorry, I saw it. It's an M4. Let's see how Merche gets by him here. It's going to make it happen here somewhere. That's Derek up ahead. This is 1, 2, 3 in the GT4 class. Look at this. He gets by Laszlo right there. Oh, that's not over yet. Laszlo's not giving up. Merche's got the inside on those S's, and he's able to take him right there. Look at that. That's fun racing there. Got him on the S's. All right. Get back to the top here with Craig. Oh, Aaron got by. Home somehow. Something happened here. Where is Aaron? Up. Oh, no, there's Aaron. I thought I saw him ahead. This is first and second in the GT3 class. This is exciting racing. We're not even halfway through, I bet. Where is, we are 40 minutes in, and we're pretty close to just a little bit over halfway. I think we're going to get some pit stops here. No, everybody looks like they have pitted. I pitted a bit early, and my tires went off really dramatically near the end. Oh, Holmes is taking a crack at him. He's taking a crack. Oh, he looked closer than it was. Let's just see how close he is. Oh, he's pretty close. What am I saying? Oh, Terry hasn't been in this position for a long time. That Bentley. Let's see what that Bentley sounds like. Oh, there's a great sound there. And Frank and I are still at it. Both of us had damage, so we were quite far off our qualification times in terms of our lap times here. I had more damage. He had more damage on the front. I had more damage in my rear diffuser, so I really lost a lot of traction. And I started struggling there near the end. Oh, I was really struggling. There's Chris Holmes. We're back at it here. Laszlo. Oh, Derek lost the lead. Derek lost the lead. How did that happen? Let's back up a little bit here. That's Holmes ahead. Something happened. Oh, big time change here. We were back here. You know, it's a little bit further back. There's Derek. Let's see how that happened. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? There we come. This says Merche passing Derek. Oh, we got to go back on this a little bit. That's not a very good view. Let's back up a little bit. This is where Laszlo is trying to get by Merche. Yeah, that was where that battle we saw a few seconds ago. Let's just go 5 seconds at a time. Derek must have an issue because these two guys are still battling it, but somewhere along here he hits the green. That's okay. But Merche caught up big time there somewhere. Those three guys are 1, 2, 3 in GT4. This is excellent racing. I know a lot of guys like the GT4 cars because they're a little bit more, road car like. Here comes the big bad BMW. Wow, look at that traction he got. Just out racing Barrick there. And now Laszlo's going to challenge. Derek's got the inside. Laszlo goes a little wide. Oh, and Holmes sneaks by Laszlo after Laszlo went wide. Now, that's Ambro. Sorry, I said Laszlo. I meant Ambro. Now, Ambro. Why is Ambro showing on the screen? He's a lap down. They're all letting him go by, I think, because he's a lap down. Because there is Derek, and who is that in? That's Diego joining the parade. So a little bit of a mix up there, but look at that Mercury, the way it looks with that big long hood. What a massive looking car. Oh, so Derek lost out big time in this whole setup. Look at that Mercury taking him on. He's taking on the Porsche and winning. Look at that Mercury take off on the straight. So Derek went from first to fourth, I think. Third at least. Yeah, third of the, that was Ambro got into the mix. So Ambro was 2 laps down, and he was getting into the mix of the leaders here and trying to unlap himself, which is okay now that they're safety cars. That's a valid way of going. Though he should be getting blue flags. He's a lap down. All right, what's going on at the top here? Well, Craig Holmes is still trying to get ahead here. These guys have opened up the 2-second lead, almost 3-second lead to third place. So here we go. First is Throwbridge. Second is Holmes. Third is Hugo Caballero, being chased down by Aaron Shannon. Next is Brian Banks. He's a long way back. Not that long, 2 minutes or 2 seconds. Our newbie in Lexus is Larry Thomas. So I got to get rid of that graphic at the bottom there. That's better. And Joaquin, going over. He had a little bit of a problem there. And now we've got a familiar sight. Meleskie and Sirk just battling it out here for last place. Yeah, that's us, all right. Last place in the GT3 category. And I'm starting to struggle on my, I'm going to start struggling big time. As a matter of fact, I think I make a big mistake somewhere along the line. Let's just go back in terms of the GT4 class. We have got Merche Ponoff in first place in the BMW, followed by, that's Ambro, followed by Diego Casio in the Mercury. Not Mercury, but AMG. Laszlo is next, followed by Derek Bird, very closely followed by Derek Bird. Derek looks like he has a bit of a floppy bonnet there. I'm not sure where he got that. That is going to affect his times. And Chris Bourne. Okay, that's a weird mess because of the... But look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Oh, back here and here. This is great racing. Look how close these guys are together. Aaron's having a great race. Let's get on board with him and get on board with Holmes. He cannot get by Terry. We know Terry. We know Terry. Terry does not make any mistakes. And he is a master defensive driver. He's been doing it long enough. I forget how old Terry is, but he's one of our oldest drivers, and he can defensive drive with the best of them. And now he's got a pole position, or a leading position, so he is going to defend his ass off here to keep that win. Aaron looks like he got by. All right, he got by Caballero. Let's just see where that happened. Get on board this way. So he's back here. Gonna sneak ahead a few, because here, this is probably where it happens. He's trying to get by Hugo. He's got a good momentum. Good momentum here. Now he takes a peek. And momentum is huge now because of the changes in the ballast. That is a classic pass when we've got, he goes wide, a lot of speed into 150R. I believe that's the name of the corner. And that brings Brian Banks into the mix. See, Brian is now chasing down Aaron. Oh no, so that's Brian. There's Brian. And meanwhile, at the back, our usual mid-pack madness is Frank and Mike. See, look at that. See that wiggle on the exit there? That is me having trouble with my tires. I think I added a TC right about now. We've only got how many laps? We've got quite a few laps left. And let's see some battles here. We've got Diego now, or sorry, Merche. Diego, that's not Diego next to him, that is Ambro. A lap down trying to unlap himself. So guys, is he getting yellow? Is he getting blue flags? It's hard to see here. What are the rules with respect to when you are lapped down? Do you getting blue flags, and should you cede to another car? We will have to make sure we clarify those rules. So since Ambro is not on the same lap, I wonder if Merchant should let him by. And no, maybe not. He should just let him stay between him and Casio if he has to. We got any other battles going on? Well, we certainly have this battle going on right here. Woo! Let's back up a few seconds here. How does this happen? Oh, they both go wide. They both go wide. Holmes followed Terry off the track. That often happens, but he got the better of him, even though he went wider than Terry. Look at this. Wheel-to-wheel racing down the back straight on Suzuka. And who is going to prevail? Yeah, Holmes backs out a little bit. That's not a fun place to pass on 130R, but that lets Aaron catch up. I believe, yes, it is Aaron. He is going to catch up to these two now and make a thrilling race of it all. Where is Branks? Is a little, everybody's having trouble with their tires a little bit now. Let's watch Aaron. Let's see if he's got something on the straight. Up ahead is Holmes. Everybody's tires may be a little, yeah, look at Holmes trying to keep it together. That is because we all took an early pit stop, so we've got some tire. Let's just see what lap he took pit stop on. Come on now, give me my, there we go. Well, that pit stop was probably back here in lap 12, so I'm surprised he's just pushing it hard, I guess. Sharon's right behind him. Hugo's not far. And Brian is going back a little bit. How is Frank and I are doing just fine. Oh, there's the mistake. All right, let's back up. Let's back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. So I'm having trouble with my tires big time here. Let's get on board with me. That's where I went wide. Well, I didn't quite see what happened. Let's get inside the car with me here. Let's see what happens. He just overcooked it a little bit here and hit the throttle a little too much. Nothing much I could do but just try to hang on. That's where Frank got ahead of me. And I'm not sure if I challenge him anymore. Look at that. Look at that. I'm at 6 TC, which is what Go gave me. I might drop it up to 7 in a second. Frank went off a little bit here. So we still got some rivalry going. Keep my eye on the leaders here. Our rivalry is hot and heavy this year between us two. I love it. I've been racing longer than Frank, so Frank, you have done very well. See my, I don't know if you can see the problems with my diffuser. No, it doesn't show the graphic too much. Get on board here with me. A little bit of a slip there. See, I just did not have this speed anymore on the straight, and look how much he can get ahead of me. Let's see what I do in 130, 150R. That was pretty good. I'm on the throttle pretty fast there. And I used to think I could catch up in the chicane. Well, listen to that sound of my hitting over those curbs. Yeah, I'm not catching up. Let's see what's going on up here at the top. Look at this top. Looks like Brian Banks has fallen a little bit behind, but these three guys are making a race of it. Aaron's trying to get by Holmes. They got rid of Ambrose somewhere. He's gone somewhere. Maybe they passed him. Where is Ambrose now? He's back here with the GT3 guys. Somehow that happened. But these three are making a hell of a battle. Fun racing. Ooh, looks like Banks in the background went a little wide. We've got lots of racing to go yet. Merche is in second place. Diego's in first. Merche's right behind him, Look at these top three in each category. It's just fun to watch. Oh, Merche is right on his tail. Not going to happen this time. I'm sure these guys had great fun. They'll be back next week in GT4, I'm sure. Listen to how Merche has to get through those S's. A little bit of a gap forming there now. Now he's under. That's Ambrose behind him. Did Ambrose get in front of Laszlo again? Looks like Laszlo had an issue. It's all over the place there. What's going on with our friends Bird? These guys are all by themselves. So Derek has sure had some problem. I think he had a big incident. Well, let's get back up here with the big boys and the big bad GT3s. This is a threesome. Let me get into the middle here. Greg Holmes' car, the Thunderbird Special. These guys are just barreling through here. And I wish I knew what kind of battles these three guys got. Oh, excuse me. I know you're on there. How's Merche doing on Diego? Diego is pulled ahead. That's Ambrose behind Merche. Ambrose's good pace. He just had a problem somewhere, and he's 2 laps behind. 4 laps behind now, shows. Anyway, it's just a practice race. So racing is just fun, just for fun. Oh, Aaron's really giving Greg a run for his money. Let's see what kind of run he gets on the back straight. On board with Aaron. Is he making up the gap? He's got a good gap there. He doesn't have to worry about 130R. He can just fly through there as well as he can. Looks like Holmes making up some time on Throwbridge though. How are the tires going with these guys? Any little bit of wiggles here. Meanwhile, I have fallen way back on Frank. Actually, I think I spin out later and give up. That was mostly I just couldn't keep it up the track with my tires. This is for first place. Oh, we've got some traffic now. This is going to be interesting. See how these GT3 cars get by the traffic. I think that is... who is that? 817? Everybody got by him pretty easily. Is that a Porsche? 817? Yeah, it was Joe Bukavik. Good job, Joe, getting out of the way. He was just back from a plane trip. He only had about 2 or 3 hours sleep and he just hopped into the car and go, that's just like a professional driver. That sounds like Verstappen there with his antics a few years ago. Just getting a couple of hours sleep before an F1 race. And took a lot of flack for that. Anyway, Joe, oh, here we go. Get on board with, oh, got the wrong guy. There we go. Get on board with Greg. How are we doing here with GT4? There is Merche. He lets Ambro through. Ambro looked like he's going to cause a problem. Oh. He's ruining Merche's race, first place. Can he get ahead? Diego and Merche are probably got no ballast difference between the two of them. That's just Merche barreling, trying to barrel. Oh yeah, see, Ambro's getting blue flags to galore. But we'll have to settle that before the next race. Getting back to these guys. Look at this. Holmes is right up on him. He's right up on Terry this time. He's going to get a slingshot. Let's see what's going to happen. He's going wheel to wheel. And I think oh, 3 cars wide almost for a second. Woo! That was just a camera angle. And we've got a GT4 number 18. That is Nielsen. He got away from him. He was watching what was going on behind him for sure. So no damage done in traffic that time because these 3 guys are just battling it out. Oh, now Aaron's going to take a crack at Holmes. Unbelievable battle here, guys. Here we go again. Here we go again. Look at Terry trying to defend. Oh, it looked like Holmes had a little bit of a wheel slip there. Fall behind Terry a little bit. Let's see if Aaron can take up the slack between them. No, on the hairpin. Looks like Holmes got the better exit. This is a long stretch. How's Aaron doing? Oh, Aaron fell behind a little bit coming out of that hairpin. Now Holmes has got it all to himself trying to get by Terry. Terry's going to go a little wide. Is this going to make it happen here? Nope, he doesn't catch up. Went a little wide, but lots of speed. Lots of speed. There we go. I want to see if Holmes is catching Terry on the straight. I think Terry's got a little bit of a weight advantage in today's race. Oh, we've got more traffic coming up ahead. That's Derek Bird up ahead in the GT4 car. Oh, here we go. Holmes is trying once more. How's Aaron? Aaron falling behind a little bit. Oh, Bird gets right out of the way for these guys. Look at that behind there. Banks, he's only 2 seconds back. He's just sitting there poaching, waiting for something bad to happen ahead of him to get a podium. Oh, looks like Holmes had to back off there. And what's happening down here in the GT3 category? We've got Laszlo is 6 seconds behind Casio. Casio's all on his own. Caballero is quite a few back. So this is, that's Caballero's GT3 car. So this is all worked out. Oh, looks like Merche had an issue. Let's just see here. Let's stop for a second. We are at 38. Okay, so looks like home. There it is. I caught it right away. Let's see what's going on here. Where is Merche here? He is still in the battle. Here, and something happens. That is Rodriguez right behind him. And Rodriguez gives him a little bump off to the side. And Rodriguez is a GT3 car. That's not nice. So that's what happened with Merche. Let's go back to 38 here. That's the battles back here. And that's me coming up behind him. I'll pass him easily on the outside. All right, get back to the big battle here. Looks like Hugo is backed off a little bit. Oh, Holmes goes wide, lots of speed. Ooh, right up into that bunk. He's counting screws on the back of that guy's car, that's for sure. He is got the pace. If he can get by Terry, I think he can take off on him. Interesting track to pass on, that's for sure. You kind of rely on the guy ahead of you making a mistake. Ryan is now catching up with Aaron. Aaron must have had a little issue because he's fallen back a little bit. Could have been because of traffic. Get back with Holmes here. Because let me take a look at the GT4 category. It's showing Derek in first place. I'm not sure if that's true or not. We got Laszlo and who's that? That's Merche coming back. I don't believe that Derek is in first place here. I think he might be a lap down. We'll get that at the next sector. Remember, our tower is a bit goofy here in replay mode. But what's not goofy is this race in the GT3 category. It's been fun to watch. Everybody's still in it in the top 3, that's for sure. And 4 and 5 is in contention. That is Brian Banks trying to chase down Aaron. Is that traffic coming up ahead? Let me stay with it for a little longer. If that's GT4 traffic, let's just quickly look ahead here. Nope, that is Caballero. So this is a battle. Let's see how Holmes does through 150R. Oh, yes, he catches up to Terry in that corner. He's always right on his tail in the chicane. Let's see how it goes this time. He just not able to make progress on the straight. Let's see if he takes a peek on Terry. He's right up against him. He takes a peek, but just not able to. Oh, he's caught up quite a bit there. Now look at that, right on his tail. That's close racing. He backed off, I think, a little bit there. Through the S's. Let's see how he does through the S's. Terry's a master at the S's. That is a Bentley. He's moving that big bad Bentley all the way around this Suzuka track. Bridge coming out of the S's. Now he's going to get into this interesting sort of a chicane here. Both of them hit that curb very nicely. Oh, yeah, Bentley. Now we're coming up to the last corner before. Oh, we're coming up to the big left-hander. That's a hairpin just about. And he's lost a little bit of time there. See how Caballero is doing, or Shannon is doing on Caballero. And Banks has fallen back a little bit. Okay, let's just see what's going on. Yeah, see, as I suspected, I believe Derek is not in first place there. So we've got a Diego. Let's just see what Derek does with respect to Laszlo. Maybe they are in the same lap. I know Derek has a lot of damage. He might have stayed out from a pit stop. Let's see where his pit stop was. Hard to tell. I'm not sure if they're racing for position or not. Laszlo is right on his tail. This is not like Derek to be that far off the pace. No, he's got damage. Let's see if Laszlo just gets by him on the back straight here. Taking a peek. Oh yeah, just muscles his way through. Yeah, that's not Mr. Bird at all. Let's see on a floppy bonnet. Not flopping, but it looks damaged. Okay, let's get back to the GT3. Oh, this is a good time to be back. Bye. Terry must be just, if it's hot down there. It is hot racing, that's for sure. If it's warm in his den or wherever he races, it must be, he must be sweating because he has been defending all along. And now Aaron is right up on Caballero. You can see both races here now. Aaron's having a heck of a race. Let's see how much longer we've got. Oh, lots of room left. We got time. We got lots of time to go. Boy, this is a long broadcast. Holy smokes. Now somehow I got ahead of Frank. Did I go back in time? Did I go back in time in this replay, guys? If I did, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back 44 just to go ahead to see where. I went back in time, I'm sure. Yeah, is this where I made my mistake? But this is where I made my mistake. I went back in time quite a bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I went way back in time. Yep. Oh my God, folks. So I should be around here somewhere. Okay, let's go back here. We are watching the racing over again. I apologize for wasting your time, you guys. Let's get going here with that Sharon now is in third place. Banks has fallen back. In first place is Diego. Next is Merche, Laszlo. We're all about 3 seconds apart here. Okay, so these three guys are the ones to watch. I'm going to quickly go ahead here. These laps about the same time here, just so we don't waste everybody's time. All right, this is where it's going to be fun. Because I think back here in the GT3 category, everybody's or GT4 category, everybody's really spread out. Again, Banks is not far behind these crowd. He's just lurking. He's lurking. We only got about 5 laps to go here. Quickly take a peek. Oh, we got lots of. Look, see, how did it go back? Why did it go back? We were over here. How can it go back in time like that? Must be where my mouse was pointing and I'm trying to get rid of that graphic at the bottom once in a while. So Holmes is still trying to get by Terry, and Aaron's just, he's kind of lurking in the background too. You can't get that close to Holmes. There's Holmes taking a peek, and not going to happen here. Where are we at? We're at about 5 laps to go. The GT4 category is spread out, so we won't worry about that too much. Hugo ended up, wasn't Hugo in? Okay, now I'm going to do something. Okay, we're at 56.5. I'm going to go find out where Hugo had his problem. 56, where we got to go back to. There is Hugo's problem. So Hugo here, he's behind Banks. Still behind Banks. Let me get a different view. Here we go. So what is the problem here? Well, he's got Larry is behind him. He's passing him here. Is Hugo just got some issue? Larry just passed him like he was standing still. Is he going to go into the pits? Oh, he's just got a problem somehow. Okay, so that's, let's go back to, yeah, he's got to go into pits. He must have had some damage somehow. Something happened there. He's by himself here. Oh, that's where it happens. I caught it. Did he hit? Yeah. He just went way out somehow. That's when Larry passes him. He must be just going to go in for tires or something, or I don't know. Maybe he didn't get a pit stop out of things. Anyway, let's go back to about here, 50 something. Larry must have felt good passing him, that's for sure. All right, we are here, and these guys are still, we're at it. They're just at it, tooth and nail. Oh, Aaron's coming back here now. Let's watch Aaron. Aaron's coming back, trying to get by. Holmes fell back a little bit, and I think that might be a back marker up ahead. I think that is Laszlo. I'm not mistaken. So something might happen here. Let's see what Terry has to get by. 7:12. Yeah, that is Laszlo. This is where it's going to happen for Holmes. Let's see how our Throwbridge. Holmes gets by him pretty easily, and so does Shannon. All right. Back into Shannon. Whoa, that bunched these guys up. I love multi-class racing, by the way. LMU is so much fun in multi-class. This is our version of multi-class in ACC. Let's watch these three guys. That's not a good view. There's a better view. Oh, Aaron is on Holmes. Now Holmes is the defender. Let's see how defensive driving he has, because he's let Throwbridge off the hook a little bit. Aaron, let's watch Aaron through 150R. Oh, Holmes goes wide. Holmes goes wide. Does that mean Aaron? Oh, it caught right up to him. Now he's going to take the inside. Oh, oh, that was interesting. He had a chance. He felt like he had a chance. Stuck his nose in there. That Aaron was nerves of steel. But look at that. That means Terry has opened up a 0.8 second lead. And Aaron's going to try again on Holmes. Holmes is getting nervous. And he went a little wide. Aaron had a nice line through that corner. We're into the S's now. Let's see what Aaron's going to do. It's a better view with Holmes as the focus. But great racing all the way through here. I love commenting a racing where there's such close action. Nobody watching me here. It's 11:30. I guess everybody's watching F1. F1 is not sure if I like it yet or not. There's certainly a lot of reliability issues. All right, now we got Terry, and that is a Ambro, I believe he's going by. Everybody, oh, Holmes got by him pretty easily. Oh, exciting. And now Banks is right up there with these guys now too. Look at this. That is Brian. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that traffic really comes into it. And there's more traffic ahead again. That is Mercury, I believe. That is probably Diego. This is how Trowbridge is going to get by him easily. And this is not going to be a good spot for Craig through 150R. That's going to damage his... Oh, Diego goes wide. Lets him by. Oh. Oh, Banks! 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 Oh, my Lord. Let's take a quick peek at that. Missed his breaking point, I believe. Banks apologized for that one big time. This is all to do with... Let me get a better view. Maybe this is the view to take. All right. Let's just watch what happens here. All mixed up with GT4 cars. Banks is way back, so he's full speed here. Oh, that he came barreling through there. Yeah, he lost his focus a little bit because of that GT4 car. So that was unfortunate. But that leaves Holmes and Trowbridge. But let's see if Holmes does have the pace to catch up to Trowbridge. And if he could just get by him, he would take off. Lee, look at that. He catches up to him pretty quick. So that is a master class in defensive driving that Terry's been giving us this afternoon. Yeah, if he ends up winning this race, and probably will because we've got only 2 laps to go, but there's some traffic ahead of Terry. Let's get on board with Terry to see how he gets by. That is, what is that, an Aston Martin? I'm sure who that is. Oh, he gets by him pretty easy. Both of them get by him pretty easy. Oops. Now Craig is going to push is what his coach is saying. Push. Last lap, push. Here we go. Last lap for these boys. This format has been great. It has been great. Let's keep this going on practice days. Is Terry going to make it happen? Just want to see if we're on the last lap yet. Next lap is the last lap. Terry is right on, Craig is right on Terry's tail. He's going to push. Let's see. Oh, that is a big bump off that last one. That might have cost him a chance for the lead. That might have cost him big time. He's fallen back quite a bit. Based on, oh, Diego got a drive-through right at the end. Oh, he is in the lead. He is in the lead in GT4, and he has to take a drive-through. I'm not sure he's going to make it out in time. We'll watch that one in a second. If he can get it ahead, is Laszlo going to get ahead and win in GT4? A drive-through. I remember seeing it. It was a drive-through on the last lap. Wow. That's Laszlo. He is ahead of Diego. There's Diego still in the pits. So on the last lap, Laszlo takes the win. Wow. Not so sure if Diego's going to be able to hold on to second place. Oh yeah, because looks like Derek is 2 laps behind. All sorts of action there in GT4. All right, let's just watch the finishing race here with Craig on Terry. Let's get a track view here so we can see the checkered flag for Mr. Terry Trowbridge from England, I believe. 2 Brits racing it out. Bentley and an Audi in GT3. Do you believe it? Let's see what that... Oh, no, I don't want to see what the Audi sounds like. It's too late now. Oh, man, this was a fun race. This was a fun race. So thank you, Chris, for putting this one on, spending the time. This is going to be the checkered flag, I believe, for Mr. Terry Throwbridge. Let's see if we see the checkered flag in this view. It would be nice to see it. There is the checkered flag. Terry Throwbridge in first place, followed by Greg Holmes in the Audi. Third is Aaron Shannon, and Brian Banks in fourth in the GT3 category. Courtesy of a drive-through by Diego, it's Laszlo Nemeth taking the win in that McLaren. Nice to see McLaren's in first place. Not going to happen in F1, I don't think, this year. There he is, Laszlo taking the win, going right by there. And in second place, Diego in the Big Bad Merc. Unfortunately, got some track limits probably. And it says here that Derek Bird, there's the checkered flag for Diego. I'm not sure I'm going to get Derek in the... There's Derek getting the flag. He's a few laps back. All right, so that was it, folks. That was it for our first. Let me stop that one here, so you guys stop that volume on the. So that was it for our. We've had a GT3, GT4 multi-class race before, but not with not with the safety car. So that was actually pretty helpful, keeping things together. There was no safety car in the second half of the race because it was pretty clean. There was some off tracks, but they got back on track pretty fast. So that is it for this week. Next week is Suzuka Championship race on Saturday with GT3 only, of course. And the standings are quite close, so we'll have to watch for that. So that's me signing off for now. And we will see you next week on track. And next week probably in the replay again. Bye for now. Oop, that's not what I want to do. Sorry about that. This is what I wanted to do.